it's estimated that over 900 million people in 200 countries will make this the most watched club game in the world. And Joso says it's just another game. Bit of kidology there.
No, he's got to, he's got to say that. Points-wise, it is. There's only 3 points at stake for it. But at the same time, due to the history of the both clubs, the rivalry, just in my time at Liverpool, it felt like it was the biggest game. You know, when you went to Old Trafford or they came to Anfield, just the supporters as well. You know, due to the success that both clubs have had, the history over, the period Liverpool dominated, and then Manchester United then went on and dominated. So it's a big game. It's a big, big game, and what a great way to start off the Premier League after international football.
I think the fact that, we're all saying, well, Manchester United started really well, haven't really played anybody yet. They are playing somebody now. Whatever you think of Liverpool's title credentials, if they could come away from Anfield with a win, I mean, that is a massive statement, isn't it? Early on in the season, yes, but to come away with 3 points for the players, the fans, the manager, for everybody involved in United as a football club, I mean, it'd be a big boost.
A couple of things there. Jose Mourinho, when it was put to him that they haven't played anybody yet, he said, well, those are the games we slipped up on last season. So...
Yeah, it's easy. I mean, Liverpool have had that problem, haven't they, beating teams outside the top six?
Well, your so-called lesser teams, especially at home, they've had big problems over the last year and a bit.
Yeah, you can only beat who you put in front of you, can't you?
But their record against the top 4 teams has been very good. So, but this is a different Manchester United team to the team they faced last year. More of a solid team. Defensively, they look good. They can score goals. Obviously, Lukaku's on fire. That will be an area for concern with them, especially the way Liverpool have been defending. But I see no other way on how Liverpool can approach it apart from attacking, going all out, crashing from the front. Yeah, that's, especially at home. But it suits how they play. It's how, Jurgen Klopp plays, likes his teams to play. But I just feel defensively with the firepower Manchester United do have, especially with Lukaku, with the way he's going at the present moment, there's going to be chances for him.
It's going to be interesting to see Mourinho's tactics, though, isn't it? Because obviously it was a bore draw at Anfield last season, and he's gone out there to stifle it. He's got more at his disposal, hasn't he, this year? But Mourinho being Mourinho, I think he'll still play.
I was going to say, do you see him changing?
Cagey game, not massively. No. I think they've got more potential on the counter this year, haven't they? With Lukaku and Rashford.
But it looks like a Mourinho team now. With the power, the players they have. Matic as well, obviously, we all know was a brilliant signing for him.
What will be the key signs, you think, of the way this game is going to pan out? Won't necessarily be team sheets, will it? Will it be the way they line up? Or will it be the way... Because it's all about, from what you two are saying, the way Manchester United approach this. Because you pretty much know what you're going to get from Liverpool.
Well, I would... Probably Manchester United, you can... second-guess an incredible manager like Jose Mourinho, but you can see him being open early doors, especially at Anfield. It isn't in his makeup, what we've seen from him in his years of being in the Premier League. But there will be periods in the game where Manchester United will have the ball. There will be periods in the game where they're allowed, with the players they have, they will be able to take the game to Liverpool. Liverpool, unfortunately, for them, they do present you with chances. Even when they're on top and they're playing well and they look like they're going to score any minute, they will present you with a chance. And with the players Manchester United do have...
but Liverpool have the best record against the top 6 sides last season.
No, of course they do. And because probably the way they've gone and approached games, straight from the start, they haven't been cagey. The first 10, 15 minutes. And we've seen that against Arsenal this season as well. Manny's a big loss.
He's a big loss. I think with Liverpool as well, Craig, they've lost a little bit of an edge for me, their mojo. You look at the stats, we associate high pressing, high energy, covering most ground than most opponents, and I think those numbers are down now, and they just seem to have come off it a little bit.
6k less.
For whatever reason.
And it was by the end of the season like that. From the start, from up till Christmas, after that, they dropped. And in those areas of the high intensity as well, Manny's a big difference. Manny's high intensity is big.
He's a big loss.
And when Liverpool don't match and don't hit those numbers, a lot of those numbers are when he's not playing.
But can those statistics be misleading? 6k less they run per game on average. Is that if you've got the possession of the football more, Would you not run less?
No, I completely get that, but at the same time, don't get confused with distance run. A referee can go out there and run distance and he'd run as much as the players. Can you go at speed? Is your high intensity the amount of sprints you're able to make? And that's what they've been good at. The high intensity is really what gives you a better impact in the game, and getting out to players, being able to be in people's faces and then being able to sprint and get on their counter-attack, or those type of things, those short distance or, like I said, high intensity are key factors in football and help you go on and win games. Overall distance, like I said, a referee can go out there and match any player on the back. It really means very little. I'd never get kidded on by overall distance.
I think you'll want to get back to that, that aggression closing down. I mean, I covered the Newcastle game 10 days ago, whatever, when they conceded that sloppy equaliser. That was typical of Liverpool's defending this season. But Sturridge being in the team changes it, doesn't it? They can't press from the front like that. And I would imagine without Mane, Coutinho push forward and Henderson, Chan, Wijnaldum, maybe Oxlade-Chamberlain in that midfield. We'll wait and see. But the fact they got Salah, I think...
Salah helps.
Salah helps because you've got that width and pace still, haven't you? Which they didn't have last year.
Yeah,
he's going to come back on a high as well from Egypt.
Of course, from Egypt, and that was incredible. Obviously Egypt haven't been into the World Cup since 1990. He scores
so he's buzzing.
Penalty. Yeah.
I think as a manager, you'd be worried if he'd done that for his country and he's come back, and then if you're playing maybe a lesser team, but the fact it's United, it's perfect for him, isn't it? So he's going to be back up there.
What will be the determining factors for who comes out of this with the upper hand?
I mean, you can never quite say, can you? So many times these derbies can surprise you. Liverpool's defending is the obvious thing, isn't it? Can they keep a clean sheet? Jurgen Klopp's been asked about it so often, he's getting a bit fed up of it now. But rightly so, people are going to continue to ask questions. I mean, with John Joe Shelby's straight ball at St James's Park, straight through the middle of the two centre-halves, that did for them, that cost them the win the other day. So they've got to find an answer to that, especially against Lukaku
and
co.
I find it difficult to direct the whole blame at Jurgen Klopp on this as well. Defensively, because they press from the front, of course they hold a high line, but you have to if you're going to press that high up, because you need to be in line with each other. It's just been individual mistakes have let them down. Unfortunately, same players. And that would frustrate me. You can work on, people can say, well, it doesn't look, they haven't been doing too much defensively, or they still got the same problems. But unfortunately, you can't, especially in this league, you can't get away with the individuals who are making mistakes. And unfortunately for Liverpool, especially, last season and going on to this season as well, they've been the same players. And that's the disappointing factor of looking at Liverpool, that we knew where they needed strengthening, and they weren't able to get over the line this season, this summer, and be able to improve.
And for that reason, one or two Liverpool fans are, for the first time, asking questions of Klopp, I think, because of the whole Virgil van Dijk saga, which we know how finished up. And they go, well, if we can't get in, why don't you get another centre-half? Clearly we needed one. So, questions to answer for the manager, I think.
Manchester United in form, Liverpool at home. Is there a favourite going into this?
I would have felt more comfortable with Manny being fit. Set pieces concern me. Really do. Liverpool, with conceding corners and with the power and aerial power Manchester United have. I
mean, Pogba and Fellaini's could be a big miss on that score, couldn't it?
Yeah.
It's difficult, isn't it? Because it's like a cup tie. I know Liverpool are there and United are there, but it's a derby, and it's probably going to equal out on the day.
I would say Manchester United just edge it for me if I was to pick a favourite, if I was to pick a team who's going to win it. But it's so difficult to say being a Liverpool supporter. But at the same time, I just hope Coutinho or Firmino or Salah are able to do something, because they're going to have to.